Good afternoon, children. In the last few classes, we have completed the geography, the first lesson. Now we are going to study the history, the first lesson, the world between wars 1900 to 1950, the part 1. Look here. Chapter 1, the world between wars. The world between wars 1900 to 1950 and part 1. So in history, we are going to study the countries of the world. So here the total population of the world at the beginning of the 20th century was 1.6 billions. 1.6 billions. So that is at the beginning of 20th century. Keep in mind. Not now. So here, in the beginning, people has no proper employment opportunities and they were not living happily. But afterwards, after the Industrial Revolution, so the Industrial Revolution first took place in England and even in the other countries also. Because of this Industrial Revolution, many people got employment in industries. And after getting the employment in industries, they were getting some proper income and they were living happily. Here in this world, the England was leading because the first industrial revolution took place in England. And also, the England had number of colonies. That is the most important. Because the raw materials they could get from their colonies. India was also a colony of Britain. So, like that, the England, especially the European countries, those who are having these colonies were benefited. And many countries started occupying the countries now to make the colonies. That was also one of the reasons for the World War. The world was divided into West and East. The West was experiencing economic growth. For example, this is the West, this is the East. All the countries in India in the west side are developing because there is a lot of economic growth. Economic growth. So there is a lot of growth, but in the eastern side, many countries were under the control. They were under the rule of other countries. The many eastern countries were colonies to the west. So these eastern countries were fighting for their freedom. Look here. Here there was a lot of economic growth in the western side, but in the east the people were fighting for their freedom. So that was the difference between the east and western countries. Now, Eric Osborne Eric Osborne he was a historian. He called the 20th century as a age of extremes. As a age of extremes. So this Eric Hobson called the 20th century as the age of extremes. That means all are extra. So now what happened during this 20th century? Now politically there were monarchies, there were fascists, but in the 20th century people revolted against those and they wanted to have the democratic government. Democratic governance. And there was the literacy was increased. That means the people were going for the schools and educating was more increased because the government started establishing the number of schools so that every person has to go to school and study. That's why the literacy levels has been increased when compared to the later. And also the life expectancy what is the life expectancy? Because before the people used to die for 60 years, now they are living more than 70 to 80 years. That means they were living in more years. Why? Because there were number of people getting a proper income. So they were eating good food. So as long as they were not getting income, they were not eating properly, so the number of diseases were there because of no proper food, they were dying early. But as they were getting sufficient income, so that they could eat properly, so they were living long, so which can be called as a life expectancy has increased. Next, new forms of art. New forms of art. So here the movies or films. This emerged. So before the people are looking more to the dramas, but in the 20th century movies were there, so people attracted towards the movies. Number of people were moving to the theaters. They were seeing. So number of people attracted by these movies. And the scientific knowledge increased. The scientific knowledge, even they knew how to prepare the atom bombs also. And they were preparing number of machines which made man very easy to do some works. For example, in olden days they were doing agriculture with the help of only the bullocks. So as the scientific knowledge developed, they prepared the tractors which were useful in plowing the land, which were useful in carrying the bags of grain to the home and to the market. So here this scientific knowledge helped many people vehicles moving from one place to other place, buses, trains, all this because of scientific knowledge only number of machines has been increased. That is another one also. And the women were half of the population. Half of the population, and before they were not given proper rights. In olden days, no right to vote. She was not allowed to go outside. But in the 20th century, these women got a right to vote. The first in Western countries, later in the entire world. They too started doing the jobs. And most of the nations, many nations, especially in the eastern side, were ruled by the colonial people, ruled by the other countries. So these nations were fighting to get their freedom. Started fighting to get freedom. Even India also, many people, we started to get the freedom to our country. And so here, the people strove to build a social justice as based on the principles of right to freedom, right to equality. So here, after opposing this colonial, when they got independent, they started the democratic countries, democratic governments. So when this democracy, all the people are equal. They have all rights. Rights, all those things were given. Many people enjoyed and they were happy during in this democratic country. And there was a depression. There was a depression. In the year 1929. So during 1929 there was a lot of depression because of no proper rights, not in a country but in the entire world. Many people lost their jobs. They are begging in the streets. And there was a mass massive unemployment. That means most of the people who got jobs was been thrown because we are not getting any gains, so better go out. So that way, entire world had a depression in the year 1929. And there were also two world wars. There were two world wars. One is from 1914 to 1919. Another is from 1939 to 1947. So with all these things, the 20th century was a period of great expectations, experiments and dangerous development. And in the 20th century, the world was divided into developed nations in the West, such as Britain, England, the United States of America, Germany, France, Italy. And there were undeveloped colonial countries in Asia, Africa. The colonial countries were struggling for their independence. Just already told you. The industrialized nations were fighting each other. They divided the world into two rival blocks. So they are called as Axis powers and Allied powers. Axis powers. And Allied powers. So the Axis powers, especially the Germany, Italy, and Hungary. These are called the Axis powers, and Allied powers, especially the England, France, and USSR. So in the Western country, there are two rival blocks. One is Axis powers, other is Allied powers. The Axis powers, Germany, Italy, Hungary, and Allied powers, England, France, and USSR. And the World War took place in the year 1914 and 1939. So there was a lot of destruction, and almost all the countries were participated in the war. That's what it is called as a World War. Both fought in order to control the world. So this bloc wanted to control the world, this was control the world. But in the two world wars, the two world wars ended with the Germany was defeated. Germany was defeated. And let us see the effects of the world war afterwards. Now take down some questions. What was the population of world during the 20th century? Name the scientists who said the age of extremes. The age of extremes. And name some developed countries in the West. Name the two rival groups or blocks, and in which year the Great Depression occurred. And so let us stop and let us study what was the destruction of the world during the two world wars in the next class. Thank you.